What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, you guys. This week is going to be an action-packed week of videos because I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to put out there this week. You guys know this is the season finale of Queen Sugar on Wednesday, which means my character analysis or couples analysis will be out. Of course, by tomorrow, which is Tuesday. But I digress. Today is going to be all about The Walking Dead. Okay, so I've heard a lot of different mixed reviews about The Walking Dead this season 8 being kind of lackluster. You know, you guys already know how I feel about this season 8. I just want Negan to be taken care of. I know that the next enemy is going to be way more horrific than Negan, but I don't care. I want the satisfaction right now of knowing that Negan is gone, that he is out of there, like he's been a nuisance. And we have not seen Negan or Father Gabriel since episode 1 of season 8. But if you guys remember last week, we found King Ezekiel, aka Black Jesus, hollering to his court to tell them to get down. And shots are fired, bodies are laying strewn everywhere. And just when we think at the opening of this episode, see episode 4, which I think is called Some Guy, we see that there are bodies everywhere. People have been disemboweled, their limbs have been severed. Prior to this, we see what happened before King Ezekiel left the kingdom. You know, walking out, talking to Carol, you know, talking to the kids whose parents were going off to war with him, or all together, and seeing people say goodbye to their loved ones. And now we are seeing some of these same people from this pre-war flashback. We're seeing some of these people's bodies laying strewn. Now, I get the melancholy of the moment, the sadness of the moment. I really, really do. But I promise you, all I could think about when I saw them bodies start moving and and Black Jesus started crawling out from under those bodies, I promise you, all I thought about was get as far away as you can. And off to the side was like this large steel drum or barrel, and there was a small hole, and I was like looking at King Ezekiel, the first part of this episode. He could fit through that hole and hide out until things quiet down a little bit, because I already know anybody that's killed, if you don't go ahead and sever that synaptic nerve, they're gonna turn into walkers. But King Ezekiel was in so much shock, he just climbs out of there and starts trying to turn people over and see if they're okay, see if they're alive. You know, he is a king. I mean, he's not, you know, a king. You know, he do put 20 on 10. He do put 20 on 10. But he does care about his people. He cares about the kingdom, and he does realize that this sort of pseudo hierarchy that he is set up is important to his people. But right now, the bulk of his people appear to have been killed in a very, very brutal way. So evidently what these saviors are using are these high-powered weapons, the same weapons you see them on the back of the tanks and trucks and stuff in Afghanistan, that have these really long bullets that are, you know, devastating. The kill rate is devastating. So yeah, you know, and he realizes just a little bit too late that all of these people that he has known and loved and commanded are now waking up as the dead. And he's got an injury to his leg, so he can't full on walk. And all he can really think about is this huge speech that he gave right before he left the kingdom about we are one, we are one, we are one. We don't see Sheba till mid-episode, the dude with the axe. I was worried about him, but you know, he turns out he's okay. Thank goodness. Bless his goofy little heart. Meanwhile, there's a serial killer-esque dude outside that has taken Ezekiel hostage, and they are both taking this really long, really slow walk towards a locked gate, while all of the walkers sort of just take their time to ease up on them, you know. And mind you, this is his whole court pursuing him. Like, these are kingdom people that's walking up on him and on them. And this guy's got some sort of attitude with King Ezekiel. I don't know who this cat is. I really don't. Where he came from. Like I said, he's just some random white dude, and he looks like a serial killer to me. As a matter of fact, some of the memes out there on Twitter was like, you know, associating him with Jeffrey Dahmer, which, you know, maybe a little extreme, but he did look a little smarmy to me. But anyway, so eventually this guy gets nixed off by the guy with the axe, who I guess is Jerry or Jack. I can't remember which one. Why are you over here in this station wagon, lady? First of all, who is driving station wagon still? Anyway. So, okay, let me get over, sir. Thank you. Humanity. So meanwhile, Carol is inside now. I don't know that she is fully aware of what has happened outside, because last time we saw Carol, everybody had kind of sort of dispersed to make sure that the building was secure. So maybe she was inside the building when the first round of ammo went off that killed most of King Ezekiel's group. But she's inside, and you know, Killer Carol, shout out to Mike B. Killer Carol is smart. She's able to shoot at the guys that have shot Black Jesus and his crew and kill them. There's 4 more guys that she doesn't get to kill because they come upon her just as she's about to get these guns, these high-powered rifles or whatever they're called, and she gets into this long cat and mouse game with them where she's getting ready to shoot them to keep them from driving off with these crates and crates of guns. And she gets into a shootout with them. She ends up hiding behind a truck and then outsmarting them by letting walkers in, which the walkers came in behind them while they were shooting and killed 2 of them. 2 were still there, and she happens to look over and see King Ezekiel, aka Black Jesus, and this serial killer guy hopping, you know, fighting, trying to fight off, or by this time the serial killer guy is dead, so it's Jerry and Black Jesus are fighting off the walkers because they can't get through the gate. Jerry's axe is great for slicing through body, but not through locks on a gate. So she actually lets the guys go with the truck and starts shooting the walker with the rifle, and opens the gate, and they close it back. And so now they're inside. The guns are gone. This is what it is. Listen, sir, we all know the rules. This is what it is. And you know, throughout all of this, we are just getting tons and tons of flashbacks. just a lot of flashbacks about, you know, speeches that Ezekiel made, things that were happening in the kingdom, all of that. They don't have any wheels, so they are walking, and as they are walking, there are a ton of walkers everywhere. They've got to walk down this embankment and cross over this muckety muck type gully, and then up this embankment. And King Ezekiel, for like the third time now, has tried to get them to leave him, because this conversation that he was having with the serial killer guy, this conversation just rained all over this joy, positivity, we got this, fake it till you make it attitude that he's had now for 3 episodes this season. And it's in his head now. All his people are dead. He's hurt. He has been brought down a peg or two by this random guy who is like, look at all your kingdom, and they're all walking dead people. Like, his spirit is kind of broken a little bit. So he is now, for the third time, trying to get them to leave him. Well, Carol doesn't want to leave him because I think secretly she got a little bit of a thing for him. But anywho, Jess is there considering leaving him because the walkers, now these walkers look so weak and mealy to me. They look so puny to me. When Sheba comes in, everybody's like, yay, Sheba. And she's swiping walkers left and right. First of all, a tiger is his whole body is nothing but muscle. He's extremely powerful. Just him turning around would knock the walkers over. I don't understand how the walkers were able to kill Sheba. I don't understand how they were able to so quickly kill Sheba and basically overtake her and begin eating her out. Now, not eating her out, but y'all know what I mean, eating her up. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Anyway, so you know, of course, this is another nail in the mental coffin of Ezekiel, aka Black Jesus, because Sheba represented this uttermost trust that this massive animal had in him. It really just represented this sense of trust, this sense of responsibility he had to do what's right and good by everybody. His responsibility, you know, just to watch her be killed like that, it was pretty emotional. And the dude that plays Black Jesus, aka King Ezekiel, he did a good job. When they finally got through the gully and got to the other side and got back to the kingdom, you guys, King Ezekiel's spirit was officially broken. He didn't have any words. He didn't have any rallying words. He just wanted to go somewhere and lay down. And that's what happened. Now, thank God for Daryl. Daryl, I'm sorry, I feel like Daryl is going to be the MVP of this season. As soon as those dudes left that compound with those guns, racing down the road, who do we see barreling after them but Daryl and the motorcycle, baby. Oh, I just love Daryl. I really, really do. And you know, not too far behind was Rick. Well, of course, they've got one of these guns back there propped up, and they are shooting, and they're shooting into this Jeep because Daryl put his bike down real sweet like, and Rick got in front, and they shooting, and the truck is getting kind of fired up. And as soon as Rick moved the truck, not fired up, but it's smoking out. As soon as Rick moved the truck, Daryl was right behind the Jeep and shot the guy. Dead. No more shooting from the back of the truck. So now we just have the driver. And Rick jumps inside from his disabled Jeep. He jumps inside this moving truck, stabs the guy in the gut, and it goes down in the gully. And they Him and Daryl standing there talking. Let's go see if this mother sucker is dead and get these guns. Really, really, really good moment. This is all I want season 8 to be. I want season 8 to be kick-ass, ride or die, balls to the walls. I don't want all this humanity and mealy mouth stuff. I don't want it, because if the name of the game is not survival, then we all might as well lay down and die in this war, because we're gonna have to do some things that we don't want to do, that we would not normally do, in order to ensure the survival of ourselves and our loved ones. And that's it, and that's all. Okay, because I had a couple of people that had a couple of things they wanted to say about me being real gully about, you know, going ahead and not having all of these you know, hostages, survivors. You know, this is what I'm saying. If we not in this for survival, then we all might as well just lay down and die. And that's just my opinion, you guys. This episode wasn't great, but it was a little bit more of a nail biter. It wasn't all of this, you know, minutia. It, you know, it was okay. It was okay. I want us all to get together and really formulate a plan as to what we're going to do to get Negan. That's what I want us to do next episode. But that's it for me, you guys. That's it for Walking Dead. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned the rest of this week. Make sure you turn on your notification bell, because your girl's going to be dropping videos left and right this week. Again, I got my couples analysis for Queen Sugar. I'm gonna do a video as to why the Real Housewives of Atlanta rubbed me the wrong way, as well as a couple of other 2-3 things. So hit that notification bell, you guys, and check me out. Don't forget your thumbs up and to comment down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Out.